What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the La Liga career mode. It's episode number 21 and we are back with a brand new season today. Our fourth year at Mestalla getting underway, going back into the Champions League for the second year after recovering from a poor start last season. We're heading into the new season, no major honours to our name. That'll be our objective this year, finally get a trophy in the cabinet, and we'll have a starting budget of £149 million. About what I was expecting. I'll take that. And as we just advanced today in the calendar, we'll also get a couple mil for the sale of Valencia, who we sold to Sheffield United for £2.4 million. So yeah, 150 mil, you know, give or take a few mil for wage budget considerations. About what I was expecting. And when you look at the team for season 4 as well, we discussed it at the end of last season. There's no doubt about it. For this year, we're looking to improve on Robert Sanchez. Now you might say, hang on a second, Doxy boy, back-to-back Golden Glove winner. Are you serious? Well, he dropped a few clangers last season. He dropped at a few points, and I think now at 29 years old, approaching 30, for a goalkeeper, that's coming into the prime really, but I would say personally, I'm looking for a world-class shot stopper for this season. We've resurrected Sanchez's career. Whilst we've got the young lad Romero out on loan at Galatasaray right now, I'd say he's still 1 or 2 years away from being able to challenge for a first-team goalkeeper spot. So for me, I want a world-class goalkeeper, because as we've seen this season in real life in the Champions League, what world-class goalkeepers can do in that Liverpool vs PSG tie. First leg was won by Alisson in the performance of his life. Second leg, Donnarumma phenomenal, and then of course the hero on the penalties as well. What do those two goalkeepers have in common? They are world class. So if we do want to win major honours this year, go for the La Liga title for the first time in over 2 decades, go for a Copa del Rey for the first time in a while, and go far in the Champions League too. My number one target is a new number one. And as for players, the deals that come at the end of the year, well, as you can see, there's several, most of which are the young talents. And so I'm going to give one to Midfield, the young Maltese winger, who of course did have potential to be special when he came back from loan last season. Really talented young player. Ferreras is definitely going to get one as well. He was great at Rayo Vallecano on loan last year, averaging just under 1 in every 3 games. So really bright prospect this lad's got. I'm sure he still have the exciting prospect tag as well. Kelvin Chan will get one despite the injury played year last year. I'm going to give him a new contract and then add him to the loan list and try and get him loaned out as well. And of course, I will give one to what's been possibly, I would say, our second or third best player in this team since the save began. Being here since the very beginning, it's the former Levante midfielder Pepe Lu. No doubt about it, 28 years old, in the prime right now, and 83 overall. He's going nowhere and will get a new contract. But as for Kelvin Zhu, that's the other young Singaporean talent, I might possibly sell him. Almeida and Rivera as well. I think they're probably all going to go, if not in transfers, then on free agents. And the board objectives this year have gone up, as you can see, in La Liga. We've been asked to win it for the first time since the early noughties, reached the semis of the Copa del Rey, and as for the Champions League, also final 4 place requested. That's my target too. And when you look at the list of goalkeepers I've put on the short list here, you can see a few of them that are definitely considered world class. The one I would like to bring back is Georgi Mamardashvili, but as we saw last year, Alisson's moved on to Inter Milan in the save, so you've got to theorise now that the Georgian has succeeded Alisson as Liverpool's number 1, which of course is their plan long term. I've used Andre Lunin a few times before. He's at Fulham right now. There's this Greek lad Zoulakis at Aston Villa that I wouldn't mind, but also the one I would probably choose out of the lot is the best of the bunch. I haven't used him in FC this year, but I've heard nothing but good things, and I know he's got one of the highest potentials in the game as well. That is Lucas Chevalier. 88 overall, 25 years old, so not even in the prime of his career right now, with 90 for reflexes. Absolutely world-class goalkeeper. It'll cost me possibly a new club record transfer fee, but I think it'll be worth every penny. Let's bring him in. Last year, Bologna finished 10th in this area, and this guy is far too good not to be playing in prime time. One of the highest rated goalkeepers in the game now, as he's approaching his peak, and yet he's still not done for growth yet, I would say, at 25 years old. A brilliant talent that many major European clubs are looking at in real life, and in this save, Valencia are becoming a big European side once again. Saw him as the ideal replacement for Sanchez, and thus I don't mind paying 75 mil, which we agreed at the second time of asking. So coming in on a 5-year, 80 grand a week deal. Chevalier, where have I heard that name before? Well, in FIFA 13, he was my arch nemesis in FC 25. Hopefully he'll be my new goalkeeping hero. Yep, yep, welcome to Mestalla. Lucas Chevalier, and again, phenomenal stats on the guy at just 25. It's annoying that the growth has now stopped, but with dynamic potential, when the growth has been held, but a player is still young enough, and 25 is definitely young enough, then a full season of game time and good performances will kickstart the growth for the following year. So don't worry about that. He can still get 90 plus. Chevalier in, and he'll replace Robert Sanchez. So just loaned out one of our youngsters. This is a left back, only 61 overall, so desperately needs some game time. He's gone to Turkey for a couple of years. We'll keep our eyes on him there. And Robert Sanchez's time at Valencia has indeed come to an end. 2 years here at the Mestalla, really decent, but now Chevalier's in. Best just to part ways permanently, get some cash and his salary off the books. And he's back in London, £31 million fee agreed with Graham Potter as he goes to West Ham. So we'll take that. And I like how he resurrected his career. You know, he's on the fringes at Chelsea, couldn't get a game now that Gregor Cabella came in. He was like third choice goalkeeper there, and then back-to-back Golden Glove winner in Mestalla. You gotta love that, but yeah, Chevalier in now, best to part ways. Sanchez, thank you and farewell. And so our budget now rises to just shy of 99 mil. And when you look at the team we've currently got, well, depth is definitely a concern. Last season, you saw a big problem with that. We were constantly tired, constantly playing midweek games in the Champions League. And then, of course, an early knockout in the Copa del Rey was not primarily due to a lack of depth, but it definitely did harm us. I think we could do with another class CM, possibly, if Zhu does go. Possibly Almeida might go as well. And obviously, I'm going to try and loan out Chan too. So I think possibly a new CM and possibly a new left back as well. And the one I want is this guy, Carreras, but Benfica won't sell him unless I pay that ridiculously high release clause. And we're looking for that successor for Gaia, but I don't want to pay, what is it, 92.3. That's a lot of money. That's all our money gone if we do that. But there's a few CMs that are available that we really good off the bench here. You got Getson Fernandez at Sociedad. I like to look at this defensive midfielder, Prados, that could also possibly fill in as a ball-playing defender. Luka Sucic, PK as well. Sevilla looks really good too. But also, even though he's not really a CM, I do want to bring him back. One of the Valencia Academy graduates, joined at such a young age. Lee Kang in right now at Sociedad after leaving PSG. He's got slightly low strength and stamina for what I like, but his technicals are absolutely phenomenal. I did plan on bringing him back at some point. What better time than now, the present? It'll cost a lot of money, but let's bring him back. Well, in the end, it was slightly cheaper than I was expecting. I thought I'd pay around 60 to 65 mil. Negotiated a £50 million fee with Real Sociedad, and he's back at the Mestalla and back in the Champions League. Heck of a talent. He's got the chance to win one this year with Paris Saint-Germain in real life, but in this save, hopefully, he'll be doing it back at Valencia. Returning home. Welcome back to Mestalla on a 5-year, 80 grand a week deal. Our new number 10. Lee Kang in. Yet really decent talent, this lad. And again, he's the sort of player who can play in a range of positions. But to me, I would say personally, he'd be best right through the middle as a CAM. Great agility, great balance, great composure, great vision at 91 as well. But also, the technical stats are phenomenal. Can shoot from range and thread a pass through to our top two as well. Whether he'll start in place of Fatih or come off the bench, undecided. Whatever the case may be, we've got a star here back at the Mestalla. So still a bit of money remaining to bring in one or two more players for the depth. I really do want Carreras, man. He's literally the ideal successor for the captain, Jose Gaia at left back. But in order to get him, I definitely have to sell at least two players. And again, if depth is the issue right now, well, selling two and bringing in one is just counterintuitive. But there's a few decent midfielders that, again, could help our squad depth issue. I really want to try Dayaune right now at Liga. Is one of the Spanish wonder kids in the game. He'd be great off the bench for sure. Then you've got Getson Fernandez, Piqué at Sevilla, but also this lad as well, Benya Prados at Bilbao right now as a ball-playing defender or possibly a DM in alongside either Guerra or Pepe Lu as a CM duo with great passing stats. I think he'd be a brilliant fit here, if not always starting off the bench and really helping our depth issues too with good stamina. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Could always offer them Almeida at a contract coming in the season. That might soften the transfer fee a little bit there. And again, so I do want to bring in at least one more player after this as well. So maybe we'll go 23 mil plus AA. and see what Bilbao say. And they do want him. The only problem is, you know, I say this all the time, realism in career mode is almost impossible to maintain. Almeida's not a Basque player, so I'll be kind of adding to the unrealistic nature. Because, I mean, you've got players like Rico Lewis, for example, you know. So with that being the case, let's not make it even more unrealistic than it is. Let's go back on that, and let's go with the market valuation of 32.5 mil plus or minus sell-on clause. They say no, absolutely not. Look, man, I'm having to swap a couple of players, but you're not taking my Maldives wonder kid, no doubt about that. 35 mil, just over market valuation. Yeah, Bilbao say okay to that. Again, I know at this point in the save, realism's definitely gone out the window, but you know, I don't want to add to the unrealistic nature as well. Yeah, it's a difficult one really, because as we all know, realism in career mode is basically impossible to maintain out of the first transfer window, let alone after 3 seasons. But Bilbao do have this policy in real life where they don't play or sign non-Basque players. And of course, Almeida is not Basque, but the player we signed from them is Benya Prados. Haven't used him in FC before, so excited to give him a go for the first time ever. You know, I love my ball playing defenders, and I think that's probably where I will play him, but also at CM, he'll be adept at playing both roles. So coming in on a 5-year, 50 grand a week deal. Welcome to the Mestalla, Benya Prados. Yeah, I love players like this, you know, players that are, you know, midfielders or defensive midfielders, but if you ask them to play fullback or you ask them to play centre half, they're more than adept dropping deeper with really good passing ability, but also enough physicality as well. This is a really smart signing, players like this, when you've got lots of games to play and you need to rotate your squad. Players who can fill in a range of positions. And as our budget drops to 7 mil, that might be us done for transfers this season, I would say. But in terms of loaning players out, well, Kelvin's still injured, so can't loan him out yet. But there's a couple of 17-year-olds in the academy that are going to ask for pro deals during the season. So in order to not have their potentials drop, you can give them pro deals now and try and loan them out. I'm really big on this lad, Taualapapa, from the Solomons. I don't know what it is about him, but he looks like he could make it. He looks like he got something special. So I'll get these guys both in the first team and put them both on the loan list. Yep, so just got those players out on loan. Taualapapa, the CAM from the Solomon Islands, is off to Go Ahead Eagles for a year, and Kolmatov has gone to the MLS to join Sada for a couple of years. I'll keep our eyes on those youngsters there. We've got a bit of money coming in from the season tickets, so there's 15 mil in the budget now. Still might make a new signing, but we'll hold off on that for now and play our first couple of games of the season. Starting with this, Villarreal away, pipped them to Champions League football last season, so they'll be going for revenge. But for us, after stumbling out the blocks last season, only winning 4 of our first 13 games, I think we lost the first 4 of the season as well. We need a much better start this year if we are to challenge for that La Liga title. First game, Villarreal away at the Estadio de la Ceramica. Vamos Valencia. It truly was abysmal last season. Again, 4 wins in 13. That's a less than 33% win ratio to kick the campaign off. Ah, come on. Hang on, was he given a pen or a free? What? Well, that's a great start to Chevalier on his debut, saving a pen. But how did you give a pen for that? What was it for? I've got handballs turned off for pens. I'm not debating that he's inside the area when the ball strikes the hand, and it is a definite handball. He's moving the hand towards the ball, and thus by definition it should be given. But I've got handballs turned off for pens. They're only on for free kicks. So how on earth has the referee defied my rule and given that? That's the first time I've ever seen that. A referee disobeying my rules for the game with there being handballs turned off for pens. He was like, no, I'm refereeing this a different way to the rules you've got set up. But anyway, Samu with the opener. Last year's number 3 in scoring gets our first of the season as Lee gets an assist on his second debut. He and Chevalier making their debuts for the club, or Lee's second debut. Perfect start for both. Perfect start for Valencia. Yeah, I really like Lee. He's a great passer of the ball. You know, he's very incisive. At times can be very direct as well. And again, what I like about the kid is that, you know, one thing that really stands out to me is when a young player, as Christian Mosquera almost got a rare goal, test themselves in a new environment at a young age. I always felt it's a great way to build character, you know, getting out of your comfort zone. This guy didn't just move across his home country at 10. He didn't just move to a new country at 10. He didn't just move to a new country that doesn't speak his language at 10. He moved to a new continent that doesn't speak his language at 10. You know, I mean, that's... Seriously, at 10, what was I doing at 10? Prattling about on the playground most of the time. You know, this kid It's incredible. And that's why I'm not surprised he's had a great upward trajectory in his career. Anyway, 5 to play in the first, still leading by 1. We've been in control here at the Estadio de la Ceramica in the East Coast Derby, and this is the way we want to start off the season. In control and looking to make a statement. There's Fabio Silva, last year's Golden Boot winner and assist title winner. Should have got the second. Great save. Still 1-0 for now. I think we all know that resilience is built upon challenging situations. I mean, obviously, as Barry's going to go through and fire in the leveller. And for our team as well, we have gone through challenging situations and become more resilient. Humbled in Season 2 in that Copa del Rey final, 4-1 thrashing to Real Madrid. But how do we end the season? Champions League qualification last year, humbled by Inter Milan in the Champions League. But how do we end the season? Once again, we're going on a great run towards the end of the campaign and finishing in the top 4. We're learning through this adversity as Lee fires just over. But we've now got to have something to show for it. It's all well and good growing, but you need something to show for it too. Kite gets away from Bardet. Oh, Chevalier, I think he should have saved that. And Villarreal have come from behind to lead. This is a throwaway, man. We've been in control for all of the game. 2 quick goals. Villarreal in front. We're not going to start the season off the same way again, are we? Villarreal away is not an easy kickoff for the season, but come on, this is unacceptable, man. From a leading position, what is it about this Valencia team and stumbling out of the blocks? You want to win a championship. Of course you want to recover from that. But it's going to be harder. As Samu says, Gaffer, it's alright. I'll get us back on level terms. 12 to play. And pick it up, mate. So I still think there's a winner in this game. And I still think it could be us as well. This is where it's going to finish level. Unless... Oh, no. It's level. It's level. No, there's no way. Hold on. Samu for the win! What a start to the season! An incredible 5-goal thriller in a topsy-turvy game. We lead, Villarreal lead, we lead, and we'll hold on to the lead with that the final kick of the game. Not to mention a bizarre penalty saved by Chevalier as well. A game of the save, a game for the ages, and a game which Valencia win in dramatic circumstances. But we'll leave the episode there on the back of that thrilling start to the season. Thank you for watching the season opener, guys. If you've enjoyed it, then please do drop a like. Most of you all have a fantastic day, and we'll see you for the next episode. Hopefully able to build on our opening day win. We'll have the league phase during the Champions League, probably play match day 1 as well, and might make another signing as well. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon. What a thriller.